Hi guys, Alan's Allotment again. I just want to start off this video by giving my apologies to my son-in-law, who I kept calling my stepson all the way through the video. So here you go, Andrew. Apologies, calling you my stepson instead of my son-in-law. Hope you enjoy the video. Bye. Hi again guys, it's Alan's Allotment again here. I'm going to try and make a start on the growing area, or doing a bit of landscaping today. I've been ill all week, been pretty much just housebound, laid up asleep, and still not 100% at the moment, but we've got to make an effort because time's running out. So today we're going to, as I say, we're going to try and, once we've got the birds fed and watered, we're going to try and do a bit of landscaping, etc. So one of the first things I'm going to show you is I've got a few bits and pieces in the back here, and I've purchased a shredder because those branches I cut down off the plum tree last week, they're obviously going to need disposed of in some way. So hopefully we can shred those up, depending on how good the shredder is, and utilise the branches as a covering over the area that I want to bark chip. So we'll see how that goes later today. So the first thing I wanted to do was, several months ago, my son, you've heard me mention in an earlier video, and my stepson very kindly donated one day on the weekend in pathetic weather, and they came up and I purchased some road scrapings, hired a digger and a flatbed van, and we decided to try and widen this little narrow path to my allotment so I can get the car up and down. Now it did work. We didn't video that because I hadn't started doing the YouTube videos at that time, but I'm going to give you a quick show up here now that at least I can get the vehicle up, and I've got the shredder in the back, in the boot, and I've got some ground covering and pegs to peg it down with, and one thing and another, and a number of other things that I need to take up to the allotment. So what I'm going to do is spin the camera around in a moment. I'm just going to show you the path that we widened out with the digger. It took us a full day, and the lads worked extremely hard. Massive thanks to these guys, because I couldn't have done it on my own. The lad was throwing the JCB around like it was a toy, and the stepson was back and forward with the flatbed wagon loaded to the hilt, and we put a bit of a cover down here and widened the path so I can get the car up. Now it's not brilliant, and at some point I'm going to have to do something more about it, but I can, at least it's firm enough to get the car up and down there now. So we'll give you a quick look at that now. As I say, it's not brilliant, but it does the job. Okay guys, so this is the path up to the allotment. I'm not sure how clear you can see this. So basically at this end of the path, it is wide enough to get a vehicle up, but the council ran out of materials and basically narrowed the path until it was a wheelbarrow in depth. Now on our left you can see other allotments here, which obviously have the benefit of this path for getting a vehicle up. I, on the other hand, being right at the other end, didn't have that. So what I'm doing, the camera is a bit unsteady because I'm basically driving and having to hold the camera because it's just my mobile phone, and there's no way I can mount it without closing the cover. It's in a cover, a protective cover. So from this point here, this is an allotment here, from this point here, as you can see, this is where we started to widen the path. Unfortunately, people think this is a dumping ground as well, and they just constantly dump rubbish down here, and I'm forever moving it off the bit of a road that I have got. So as you can see, it's not brilliant, but you can see how it started to get narrower and narrower, and we basically came up here with some hardcore and filled this in, widened it out with the digger, and we put a bit of solid ground on the right hand set of wheels, as you can see me driving down now. Now like I say, it's not brilliant, but it does mean I can get the vehicle down here with hen feed and pigeon corn and any heavy stuff that's a real chore to get up and down the path. at least now I do have a path that I can get the car down. What's more, you'll see just down here my son with the digger widened the area, which actually I can just turn the car around, so I can come up forwards now instead of having to reverse up like I used to have to. So again, it's not brilliant, but it's now enables me to get the car up here to the allotment, which is great stuff. And this is my allotment. We're just arriving at it now, so we'll give you some more tours around once I get parked up and unloaded, birds fed, etc. Catch you later. Bye. Okay guys, so just another quick look around from the outside. So as you can see, the car now can actually be parked over to one side, and a bit of this area was cleared out with the digger, and it was all heaped up over there, so you can see what I had to deal with. I think in an earlier video you've seen just how bad this was. So the surplus was banked up over the top, and it covered a lot of rubbish, to be perfectly honest. Hensely, although it's not brilliant, when it grasses up, and it will actually tidy the area up a bit. But now you can see the difference in the paths. So this is the path walking down towards the garage area and the garden area from the outside of the allotment. And you can see we made it just wide enough to get the car down. And like I said, it's not brilliant, and it could do with another skim of something, but funds don't permit that at the moment, and time constraints. So basically you can see this is a perfect example of just how wide the path used to be versus how wide it is now, which means I can now get a lorry down here to this area to get some garden compost, chippings, bark chippings, etc, etc, etc. And this is the area I'm going to be trying to make a start on today. Once the birds are all fed up and everything, we're going to start to landscape this area down here, tidy the area up a bit, and get it landscaped, because already the grass is starting to grow back, the weeds are starting to poke their heads through, etc. So we need to make a good start on this and have a go in earnest. So yeah, like I say, it's not brilliant, it's not ideal, but it does mean I can get a vehicle down here now, even in winter. We do still get a few puddles and stuff, but it's nowhere near as bad as it used to be. And it does mean now that I do have some of an area to be able to get the car down, as I say. And that allows me to, you can see it's quite a wide area, and I can actually turn the car around in that area. Very tight, but I can do it. And down here you can see we widened that path all the way down. Like I said, it's not brilliant, but it's brilliant, and it does the job until funding can tidy it up a bit further. Okay guys, so here we are. We're finally about to make a start on sorting out the allotment. As you can see, it's in a heck of a state. I've got the tools over ready to make a start. I've got the ground cover, and we're going to make a start on this lot. I don't know how much we're going to get done today, but we'll give it a go. So just down here by the down by this gate here, there was a lot of sludge. I was just sinking as soon as I came through the side. So I've put in some old scrap pieces of wood. It's just going to get buried, and at least it's a bit of a firm footing now. So we'll make a start on this. I've got the other camera on time snapshots. I don't know how it's going to pan out. If it doesn't work, then we won't bother using that footage. We'll just stick with this. So I'm going to crack on, and I'll give you a look when I've got something done. Catch you later. Hi guys, Alan back again. So I've been busy for the last sort of hour or so. So as you can see, this area is looking a bit tidier at the moment. I put some pigeon cone bags down underneath the plastic, just to protect it from being pierced initially, and then we've rolled out the landscaping fabric, and we've got that done so far down, or at least up into the gateway into the chicken pen. So still a way to go yet, of course, but at least it's a start and it gets it covered over. Try and stop the weed coming through and growing back. We still need to sort this out, but before the daylight runs out I need to try and get some of these branches chipped up. So that's going to be our next job, and see if we can get some of that at least enough chipped up to go down the pathway here, just to firm that up a bit. So we'll come back to you shortly. Okay guys, so we didn't get too much done today, but it's a good start. At least we've got that covered now, stop the weeds and whatever to start growing. Obviously it needs a covering of something. We've got a little bit down here on the path. Unfortunately the chipper that I've bought, which for chipping the branches, was as much use as a chocolate fire guard. So we ended up giving up on that, and then the rain started, so we got nowhere fast. So what I did is I actually took the last hour of daylight or so, and I stripped down the chipper, and I discovered it has reversible blades in it, and the blades were absolutely shot. So in the last hour of daylight I basically took the blade off, changed the blades over, a nice sharp edge, and I haven't time, but I maybe reassemble that tomorrow and give it another go, and hopefully we will actually chip some wood this time instead of just shredding it and clogging it and doing pretty much nothing. So I'm just about to go and have a cup of coffee now, so I'll catch you in a minute. Right, so here we are. I'm in the shed. I've got the kettle on and ready to make a cup of well-earned coffee. It never stopped since I came up this morning. The weather wasn't really good, so it was mostly against me. At the end of the day, I suppose it was productive. We've got some work done and made a start. Now that a start's been made, that'll give me an incentive to continue. I don't know what the weather forecast is for tomorrow, but if it's anything like, then we'll give it a go. And we'll have another little go and see what else we can do, even if it's only chipping up the branches once I've got the chipper repaired. Hopefully it's going to work and actually be of some use. So yeah, not a lot else to go with this video, so I'm afraid it's just a short one. We'll end it here. I'm going to have a cup of coffee. I haven't had a drink all day, so I need a cup of coffee, and then I'm going to make my way home. It's absolutely freezing. I can hardly feel my fingers at the moment. So given the weather circumstances and everything else, and the chipper not working correctly, all in all it wasn't a bad day's work, and it's a good start, so it'll push me forward. Hope you enjoy the videos as usual, guys. Give it a thumbs up, give it a like. Any comments, put them in the comments section below. If there's anything else you'd like to see or you'd like me to do as a project, then yeah, just mention it in the bottom and we'll see if we can arrange it. At the moment I've got to concentrate over the next couple of weekends just getting the garden section sorted out and tidied up, etc. And see if we can get that finished. Okay guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Catch you again. Bye.